Whoa.
That's real talk, though. That's real talk.
I
told you.
I know, but I didn't expect it.
I told you!
Hi.
Hi.
Were you waiting for me?
Yeah, I was. I was waiting for you this time. I was making it obvious that I was ready. I was letting you have the lead. Welcome to Memory Ash.
Hi, I'm Ashley.
I'm Mitch, and today we're watching The Bachelor Season 28, Episode 6.
Yep.
Joey. Yep.
Joey. Season Joey.
We're gonna get right to it soon. I wanted to bring up two things, though.
What?
Well, I mentioned one thing the other day. So, like, a lot of this season right now is, like, drama with the ladies.
Yeah.
And there's
lady drama.
Lady drama. There's something I mentioned to you the other day that was irking me right before we got on, and I remembered it. But it was the fact that Leia right now is seeming horrible for me. Like, I really don't like her as a person.
Yeah.
And the way she's, like,
rough.
presenting herself on the show to both her friends and her enemies, which, like, why do you have enemies on a show like this?
So childish.
But, like, the thing that is irking me right now that irked me the last time when we talked about it was the fact that she's using this language, like, watch your back, that is so, like, has, like, an amount of, like, implied violence or danger to it. And I know she probably means more like I don't know, emotionally harmful things, but there's, like, if you change her from being this, like, petite, like, 23-year-old woman who's all cutesy and stuff and, like, puts on a smile all the time to a different, like, a large man.
Yeah.
Like, it changes the tone in such a way, and that's what I think we may have talked about in a different episode. She veils it in this niceness, but she's saying things that, like, she can get away with because of who she is. And I think she knows it. And I hate watching that stuff.
It's still scary, though.
Yeah.
I mean, like, they used to have that TV show Snapped about ladies that would snap and kill people and stuff. I'm not saying that she's, like, a killer.
We're not saying that.
It's just...
I don't think she is.
You know, like, the person doesn't have to fit, like, the demographic you would expect to be, like, violent in order for something to be scary.
Well, some people utilize that, knowing that they're not what you expect.
Yeah, I really wish she would knock it off. And she's pretty young, so, like, she's still got a lot of time where she could knock it the off.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, like, somebody needs to, like...
Yeah, calm down.
Hold her accountable.
Honestly.
And
like,
if being on TV and having all of America watching this and kind of getting, I don't know if everybody's mad at her, but, like, a lot of people, I'm hearing most people being mad at her. If that doesn't check you, nothing will. So how do you feel?
We'll see. I don't know. She could do some bad stuff too. It's hard because it's, like, people's actions and, like, everyone is flawed. All right, should we roll it?
Let's do it.
Roll the tape.
Say je t'aime.
Je t'aime.
Say it.
Je t'aime.
Merci.
That's pretty cute.
That's funny. Mm-hmm. And, like, she knows that he's not being, like, you know, but, like...
She's not going to go back to the house and be like, he told me he loves me.
And if she does, that's kind of bullshit because, like...
I don't think she would do that.
That was a very playful thing there.
Maybe as a joke.
Hi, Canada. How's it going up there?
I love you guys have the best YouTubers. I watch so many Canadian YouTubers. It's out of control.
Yeah.
I just feel like sometimes people expect you to be a certain way, and it's just like, is it really me? I don't know.
That didn't feel like cue cards. That was like him kind of getting real.
Most of my life, I've been struggling with the fact that I don't feel perfect. I feel like there's a lot that's wrong with me.
Oh, I feel really bad for him.
They're
and he's under a microscope, and he's like America's sweetheart, and everyone is
Joey's
like
so perfect,
holding him to this impossible standard.
Not accepting me for me, and I don't know what that is. I'm still trying to figure that out.
He's still pretty young.
He's young enough that he can change who he is quite a bit.
Yeah.
But he's digging into those emotions, you know, and I really feeling for him right now.
Yeah, me too.
Like, man, I'm getting a little choked up from Joey, the Bachelor. Like,
it's a lot of pressure.
That is.
And you see how quickly people turn on people in situations like this. I mean, even like Gary, like Golden Bachelor stuff.
People went for him.
Wow, dude. I mean, it is a lot.
Suddenly they're like coming up with conspiracies that he like murdered his wife, which I didn't actually see that, but it's like one step away from that, you know, like
or that he like didn't love her and all this stuff. And I mean, really, like, you just don't. It's a lot of pressure to be this public.
Bienvenue à Montreal.
Oh, bienvenue.
Now, some of you may know, I'm Canadian.
Oh, is he Canadian?
Jesse's Canadian too.
Jen.
Yes.
Crois-tu que tu peux tomber en amour avec Joey?
Oui. Je peux.
God, I learned how to say I'm not wearing any underwear, but I don't know that one anymore.
Okay.
Okay, weird choice.
Kelsey A. Jen.
All these people are slightly disappointed because it means they're not getting the one-on-one
Yeah.
dates.
Jess.
Oh, Jess.
Oh,
Hey, Maria, congratulations.
Who
oh,
is it?
Maria and who else?
I don't know. Kelsey.
Kelsey. I know the girls are gunning, some of them are gunning for Maria at this point, but it makes sense for her to get a one-on-one in Canada.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
that could be part of his life, would be with her, at least visiting to going to Canada.
Jumping for joy that Marie got a one-on-one. Sorry to say.
Worry about yourself.
I'm just rooting for myself.
Yeah, okay.
There we
That's
go.
good.
Focus on yourself.
Focus on yourself.
I am excited to explore Montreal with Joey and the 7 other women.
That is how it would
Yeah,
feel at a
yeah.
certain point. You'd be like, come on.
Does he speak French? Yes.
Est-ce que vous faites à Montréal?
Oh, what are you doing in Montreal?
Mm-hmm.
Oh! Yoo-hoo!
Bonjour. Looks like you've made it to Jesse's favorite restaurant in Montreal, Garde Manger.
You know, I wonder if some of his stress about, like, people not liking who he actually is part of why he's, like, people-pleasing all these ladies when he's on dates with them, where he's not really saying, like, what's important to him, and he's not really focusing on that at all, because he's, like, so concerned with them not, like, accepting him.
See, I was scared of the pineapple.
I mean, that looks gross.
Pineapple. No.
There you go.
What is happening, Jen?
I respect her going in there, though.
There's so much going on.
What is going
Jen,
on?
that's
I think he's like hacking.
nasty. 4.
4 out of 10. Did it still have the gravy as well? Is that the base?
I don't know.
Because I know it has like a gravy, right?
I like cheese curds normally.
Yeah.
No, ew, dude.
Energy is a little weird because it feels like there's a million girls trying to, vie for his attention. Yeah,
I did just see a Canadian flag in the background that I forgot to blur out. I did.
Oh my gosh.
There were 2.
Send him to the Canadian flag police.
We should.
The Mounties?
Somebody sue this show. The Mounties.
It'd be hard to. If you have any level of jealousy, this would bring it out.
Yep.
Any.
Annie.
My heart is on the line, and it's wild to feel this way.
We talked about like how age and like maturity aren't always the same thing, but like you said, there's I don't think it's a coincidence that the 2 youngest ones here are the ones that are kind of getting the most like jealous and sort of.
It makes sense. You just haven't been like through as much in your life for some people. Some people have been through a lot, and honestly, that kind of sucks if you have, because then you haven't really been allowed to like be young, you know?
And then as the day kept going, I felt like I started just getting in my head a little bit.
Forcing him to compete with like scores of other women for the same mediocre dude.
Yeah.
No offense to Joey.
He's just like a normal dude.
Right,
honestly.
like most people are mediocre, you know? Like he's fine. But he's not like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's a normal guy that's quite good looking, and that's about it. You know, 'cause like that's what the show is. It's none of these people are like doing really big stuff for the most part.
Yeah.
So tonight, I just want to cheers to hopefully taking a little deeper.
I know Leia's been staying close. There was a scene where they were walking down the road and she was right next to him, and now here where they're seated, she's right next to him.
I'm sure at a certain point you start sizing everyone up and realizing all these people have had one-on-ones except me.
Very difficult for me. And like, I don't feel like I'm an insecure person.
This show will make you insecure.
Yeah,
If you're
it'll
not
break you
insecure,
down.
this show will definitely bring that out.
You have this brightness about you that is so different, and
She's different. Weird girl.
Weird girl.
I like her. I hope people.
I like her too.
Yeah.
I like her too so
We
much.
only mean that as like the biggest compliment.
Absolutely a compliment.
You he's seeing your family.
Couldn't
Yeah.
handle hanging out with people this beautiful.
Yeah, right?
No,
like-
thank you. Like maybe one, but you'd have to separate them from the pack. Like
Yeah,
it can't be a
dude.
pack of them.
A pack of
Like,
them.
You're just the pack of models.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Like, what's going on? Were you Taylor
Thank you.
Swift?
Right.
Was that an appropriate Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
joke? Oh, right. I can leave that one in.
say that it can't be changed in any way. It's just how I currently envision it. In my head, it's like a 2 to 3 year engagement somewhere in that.
Wow, that's long. Actually, their timelines are not on the same page because she's already 30, so she's just trying to say to him like it needs to be faster for me.
She makes it past this episode. I feel like we've seen clips of it already, right?
Does she?
But he's like low key being like our timelines don't match up, right?
Which is fair. If that's true, I would actually respect them both a lot.
The exchange, which is never great, and more nerves, but
I like her quite a bit.
Me
I think
too.
Lexi's great.
I am falling for you. I've never really.
People always falling for people.
I know.
Like, what does it even mean?
I don't know.
Like, and why is that a good thing? Like, I just like the imagery there. I don't know. I feel insecure. Like whoa.
I don't really know what it means either, to be honest with you.
I'm in my head so much. It's like ridiculous. It's okay.
Stupid Jessie.
I like her poking her head and then talking to herself.
Stupid Jessie.
That's funny.
I feel about you, and I just like hope that you're feeling the same things. And I know you can only like give so much.
Jess and Leia have not had one-on-ones.
You think he's gonna cut Jess?
He might.
I
Look at the way he's
really
acting.
likes Jess.
He really likes quite a few of these women. He has to make hard decisions. We're in the hard decision category.
I don't know why. I just haven't been able to get there.
Whoa.
That's real talk, though. That's real talk.
I did
told
not.
you.
I know,
told
but
you.
I didn't expect it.
I told you. Damn.
Is he breaking up with her?
I think he is. I think he is. This is hard, but I don't hate Jess.
I think it's right to like keep you here.
Whoa. Wow.
I respect it. That happened in the Golden Bachelor this last season, where he was like, "It's not."
That was almost like
working
a
for me."
mutual situation, though. This one is very one-sided. I'm really shocked, to be honest.
I mean,
Something that I'm afraid is going to happen to me. Something that has happened to me in the past.
Yeah, and he's doing it to other people, and it's
Yeah.
like bringing up emotions for him.
absolutely. He's been let down, and he's letting people down. You know, well, I
And
mean,
he's a
not
sensitive
He's a
one.
sensitive guy. Like, I
Yeah.
respect that.
And I feel bad because I know I'm doing the right thing, but I just hurt someone that I do care about.
It's the show. You know what I mean? Like, they
Yeah.
force you into like emotionally harming people.
Wow, this is heavy.
Like, did I do something?
No.
I feel so sad for her.
How dare they?
Someone cries and it just like
Yeah, the waterworks.
I don't know what happens in me. It's like a visceral reaction,
Yeah.
you know. Immediately after she said that thing to him too. Immediately after she's like, "I'm falling for you," and he's
Yeah.
like, "Well, you know what? I'm not." It's the risk you take anytime you tell someone. But then
exactly.
especially in a situation like this where so much of it is manufactured that there's all these romantic dates and romantic situations, and in reality they probably just wouldn't have gone on like the second or third date together or something.
Yeah.
Some of these women feel the way they do, and they are finally starting to express it.
I respect him a lot for doing that, for sending her home, because that's kind of what I was asking for before when I was like, he's responding to all of them the same, and he won't be specific, and he won't think about whether or not they're like fitting into his life, and like he did just there.
Yeah.
Last week, I let him know how I was feeling and that I was falling for him, but
I get nervous when I see people's packed bags. You know what I mean? I'm like, wait a second.
Is this foreshadowing?
Yeah, it was almost like a guillotine coming down. And they're in the French region, so.
Kelsey and I have, it feels very real. It's potent.
Look, now he's doing a lot of gray. He does like a lot of color blocking.
Well, they're dressing him up. He's got like a team, you know, they're picking out his outfits.
Well, they're doing a lot of color blocking. I'm just going to make the comment.
He's doing a lot of the the breast pocket things, you know.
Oh, the two breast pockets? Is that in now?
I don't know.
Who is he wearing right now? Gold
Also,
chain.
the
He's always
chain
got
with
gold
the flannel
chain,
is
you know,
like a
dude?
weird combo.
Right, the flannel is like a workman's shirt.
I know,
and the
the gold
chain is
chain.
like, it's a little confusing.
It is confusing.
Wardrobe.
He probably just never takes the gold chain off.
Probably. It's probably kind of special to him because he does wear it all the time.
Cirque du Soleil, Joey, this is crazy.
Wow.
Are they gonna hang out with Celine Dion next?
Why Celine Dion?
She's Canadian, French Canadian. They're not.
No, she has stiff person syndrome.
That doesn't mean she can't hang out with people?
She's sick a lot now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know,
She
like a
can't
quick
just
visit.
hang out.
She's like the queen of Canada.
I know, she's not going on Bachelor, okay?
All right.
It's all about the trust, the timing.
Joey makes me feel safe.
That looks like hard.
I'm gonna get sick. Just not feeling great with the dizziness. I didn't know that.
Oh, he's got motion sick.
You think so?
He just said
said
he
that he
feels
gets-
like he's gonna be sick.
I mean, that looks fun as hell.
It does look
honestly.
fun.
I want him to understand who I am, where I've come from, and the things that I've been through. Really dive in. trust myself.
Everyone does it. Like, did they get a script? Like, when you get a one-on-one, talk about your trauma.
I heard
know?
they make people re-film stuff and use the word journey. Like they'll say,
Really?
yeah, they'll say
I'm not
stuff
surprised.
like I don't know.
My journey led me to here after my parents died in a horrific accident.
Like if they don't use the word journey,
They're like, retake.
they'll be like my experience. They'll be like, no, your journey.
Oh my God.
I don't know if that's true.
Well, I don't know.
That could be.
Last time I said, like, what does a marriage and kids look like to you after this? He wanted a 2 to 3 year engagement and then a couple of years of marriage before kids. You know?
Oh, that's right. She's the one with fertility issues too. I forgot
I didn't
about
know that you had forgotten that at
So
that point.
she's
Yeah.
basically like, I cannot wait for 5 to 6 years.
It might already be challenging, so
Yes.
or it is already challenging, so then you add that on top of it.
I don't know why I worry so much, but I do.
And I just wanted to start again by telling you how much I appreciate
I almost I hate hearing it. I mean, what else do you say at a certain point if it's like what you feel, but like he says, I appreciate you, and I'm just like, ah.
He appreciates literally everyone except
Maybe he
Jess,
does.
apparently.
Except for Jess. Jess, I don't appreciate you. Oh my God, that's so mean.
That's what happened. He didn't appreciate that she was falling for him.
Yeah.
So he put her in a car and he sent her pecking.
Yeah.
Anyone who's in his household has to be in the religion. And so I wasn't allowed to be.
Yeah.
Could it be one of the a little bit more restrictive ones?
It's gotta be, right? Because that's not...
Why else would you be mad that your daughter going to college?
Yeah.
You know? That's sad.
That is sad.
I feel bad. I do. I can see someone that has been through a lot.
I don't feel like he's being as emotional as I would expect if he was like top pick for her. He's like talking very logically here instead of like emotionally.
He does that though.
Yeah.
He's done that with everybody. It's kind of
I'm not
hard
trying to be
too,
shitty,
because
but-
like this season it feels like everyone has been told that when they go on these one-on-ones they're gonna have to tell him the most traumatic thing that's ever happened in their life.
It feels like a fix at a certain
And
point.
it is like it's almost draining having these like set up emotional moments where these people are talking him through the worst trauma they've ever experienced and he's kind of like emotionlessly sitting there and then telling them they're special
Smiling.
at the end.
Yeah.
Kelsey's amazing. She's a special person.
This is weird. Like, do you want to make out in front of some person doing flips on a string?
No, I
Rope thing?
would want to watch her do
Yeah,
her
right?
thing, you know?
Hello.
Hi.
Great.
It's giving Cruella DeVille.
It is. You're right. Oh my gosh, it does look like Cruella DeVille. That's totally the car that she would be
Right?
like chauffeured around in.
Yeah.
C'est, voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
No, because I can tell it's a bad word. You're just gonna get me in trouble in another language.
No, it's fine. C'est vous?
Oh, does she speak French?
I bet she does. She's a lot of Canadians that aren't French Canadian.
Yeah,
speak
because she's from
French.
Ontario, so.
Yeah.
Why'd you just say it like that?
What? Thank you, Joey.
Joey.
Because I don't know, it just came out like that.
She just
Like them?
Yeah.
Look at their energy compared
Yes.
to what was going on in the
They have a
previous
great
day.
connection, for sure.
She makes him giggle and lighten up and stuff. Like, that is her personality.
She's
but
funny.
with you.
Oh,
Joey.
She kind of gets
I
him.
don't know if you can ever get what she's gonna do next. But there's something
She
he loves
doesn't
her.
really.
Maybe not
I
love,
don't
but-
think she lets her personality be super changed by the fact that there are cameras all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Because she is still weird and funny and kind of like aggressive with him and stuff like that. And it's like it doesn't matter. Some of the other people, it feels like they're putting on a bit of a show.
It's about Maria. It's not about me.
I feel like a princess.
You look like
The way he's smiling at her, dude, is like...
I know. It's kind of like when you see
He
him with
smiled his
Jen.
whole face.
Like
yeah.
he lights up with Jen. He lights
Yeah.
up with Maria.
No, no, never.
She's nervous as hell. She's like, please no. That would be me. I'd be
She
like, I
said
don't
we're
need
not
this.
jumping out, right? Because she told the girls
Okay.
before this, she was like, I don't want to jump out of a plane, which I
Okay,
get.
yeah.
Because if someone took me and they were like, we're going to be jumping out of a plane, I'd be like, well, you are, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely not.
I'm just really happy.
Oh.
She was able to fight through all the bullshit with those weird children, and then
Yeah.
now she's on a really nice date.
That's so sweet. And if Leia goes home, she has no real danger of being bullied anymore.
That's true. That's true.
I'm at ease, and when I'm with him, I have no worries. And to think that can I fault for him, I think I already am.
That's sweet.
That is.
At the end of this, I'm 100% in. The idea of this not working out scares the living out of me.
I feel like he's being more real here too.
Yes.
His hexpressions and the way he's him swearing. I think he probably swears a lot more than he does on the show because he's younger and he lets it loose with certain
Right.
people, or when he's in situations.
You can tell he feels more comfortable with her. Even him talking about his own emotions is unique.
Yes. It was like with her, with Daisy.
Yeah.
Who else?
That's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it so far.
Spice was so.
This is a cool date.
This is a cool date.
An individual, how much are they paying Feist for this?
And they bought her dress from a fancy dress
Yeah.
shop, and they took him on a helicopter ride. This is a good date.
With that white Cruella de Vil limo?
Yeah, that was cool.
Well, that's a pretty cool date.
Oh, no. Oh.
Lexi's walking, isn't she?
Yeah, she's gonna leave.
To happen, to make a connection truly work, is to have two people at the same time, at the same...
Just trash on the ground right there. Production! Somebody pick that up! They do everything, but they're leaving trash on the ground.
Like a Chips Ahoy container.
They redo if what you're saying is real and they redo takes to use the right words, but they're not picking up the garbage. Are they insulting Canada?
How are you?
Good, how are you?
He's like, why are you at my hotel room door, Lexi?
He probably has a feeling. He may have already known, just given the way the conversation went before. She was tearing up, and they were almost already saying goodbye before.
Oh, he's got a suite.
Of course he does. He's the Bachelor.
And respected, and you made me feel like a whole person. That I've never felt that way in a relationship before. I had.
Oh, I feel bad for him. I
feel bad for her. Because
I feel bad
their
for both of them.
timelines just don't line up.
But this is where he could say, I can't tell you it won't work. And if you want to stay, I'm willing to give it a shot. Or he has to be like, I hear you.
I think she already made her decision up, and he needs to just tell her he understands and that he supports her.
I don't know. I think you can tell I'm honestly just stunned now.
I know.
That day in Malta was something that I know I will never forget.
You could really care about somebody and it doesn't work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It works here. It works here. You have your Joey.
I'm a mess.
I hate this. This isn't what I had in my head or what I thought was gonna happen. But you're gonna get everything that you want.
Yeah, she deserves someone that has a faster timeline and can
That's what she wants.
support what she wants for her life.
No. I respect this.
Yeah, me too.
I feel it sucks.
Man.
It sucks seeing people be feeling that hurt,
It's good watching her stick up for herself though.
Yeah.
And what she needs in a partner. Props to her for wearing leather pants for this experience.
Dude? Only Lexi.
Only Lexi.
Did I make the right decision? You can't make someone ready for something that they're not. And he doesn't need to be ready for that, right?
That's so healthy.
Yes. So healthy.
It's weird because this show is and these shows are just so unhealthy. And then you see people like this and I'm like, man, if you're this well adjusted in a situation like this,
yeah,
you're probably doing pretty well for yourself in the
Yeah.
world. And I hope she finds what she's looking for.
me too. Lexi could be a really good bachelorette. It would also skew bachelorette a little older, which I would appreciate very much.
It also skew Bachelorette. Knock me up right now.
It's great. I'll watch that season. All the guys would be ready to have kids
I
immediately.
know. Season pregnancy scare?
Right. That would be amazing. I'm for that.
My apologies. No, but maybe there's a fantasy suite and then.
Well, no, the one girl had sex with the people before.
Yeah.
She had sex with one guy a bunch of times in a windmill.
Oh, come on, dude. In a windmill?
Yeah. It was before Fantasy Suites. It was like mid-season. They just went for it.
I thought you meant like before they invented Fantasy Suites. They were like, in the windmill. I'm like, back in the 1800s or something?
No, they had Fantasy Suites. They just weren't there yet.
They were
she and this guy were like into it.
Did she pick him?
No.
Leaving. I don't know if I can do this if that's the case. It doesn't feel good.
I understand why he's feeling insecure, but at the same time, it's like in any relationship that people can leave you.
That's
he knows that, right?
You only want to be in a relationship knowing that somebody can leave you because you don't want to date prisoners. Right. It's not a relationship then.
Right.
It's
you
coercion.
Want to know you can leave at any time.
And you want your partners to know that they can leave at any time.
And you're
That's
there
that whole like, let's get married so you'll never leave me kind of perspective that a lot of people have.
I've known
That's wrong.
people like that. Literally, I worked with that one girl that was like, well, we're going to get married and then he can't leave. And I was like, that's not how that works.
Yeah. Till death do us part.
Right.
I'm feeling good about where I'm at. There is more pressure this week, but pressure makes diamonds.
How many people is he going to cut today if 2 people have already walked?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
Is he still going to cut 2?
Maybe he cuts no one? No, he's going to cut somebody, right?
I feel like it was a very vulnerable speech.
Yeah, as it should be.
Him voicing his, like...
If you had to cut 2, for me, it would be the 2 that haven't had one-on-ones. Are there any more than 2 that haven't had one-on-ones?
No.
We've got Caitlin and...
Leia. Leia's been less awful this episode, so I'm not as mad at her.
I agree.
Like, it's been a while since we've gotten just time, me and you, besides this.
I feel like that's a Christmas tree dress right there. You know what I mean? Doesn't it? Isn't it?
She's like queen of the puns, man.
Yeah,
she
the gloves come off.
And she made that maple leaf joke earlier.
Did she? Mm-hmm. Was that her?
I thought so.
I don't know.
She's like dad jokes central over here.
Make or break it for me, and I hope you can understand.
Is she gonna walk?
But I just really want to know if you can give good foot massages.
Oh.
Not the night for it, given what he's gone through.
Also, you don't know if people like feet.
That's okay.
You're just so kind and such a good human being, and just know that you're doing everything right.
I think he's doing a good job as a bachelor. I'm not gonna like
we
don't know him. We don't know that he's that great of a person. People are always gonna like it is what you know, it's what you see, and they feel like they know him more than we do. But he's not a douchebag. He doesn't seem like a total asshole. Like I'm alright with him.
I'm glad that Rachel gave him some like words of affirmation.
Yeah, that's nice.
Because if you suffer from anxiety at all, which
yeah.
it seems like he's feeling right now, it can be really hard.
2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3.
It is a little nerve-wracking going into tonight's rose ceremony, but I think...
That's what Maria's thinking. She was staring at her like, you're going home now.
Daisy, will you accept this rose?
Of course.
They always whisper, of course. Of course. Should we do an entire episode of ASMR?
Course. We should. Who's gonna get the next rose?
I think it's gonna be Rachel next.
I agree. Rachel and him have a very strong connection.
I can't.
What?
I can't with this.
Tell us how you like it.
I hate ASMR.
I hate it because I don't want to do any more of that.
Joseph, make the right decision. Say my name.
Rachel, right? Pick Rachel.
Rachel feels like an easy pick.
You've been on a one-on-one with Rachel.
Rachel?
Yeah, baby.
It looks like my picker is accurate.
Good job. Good job.
Accurate picker. I mean, it's just it wasn't, I'm not that, I didn't do anything special there.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything special there. It's okay. It's okay.
Calm your ego down.
You just literally didn't have one-on-ones with the 2 women.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, it's okay. It's good to feel the emotions.
Leia, you were mean.
Leia, I hope that you change your personality from what you showed us on the show.
Don't be mean to people.
Don't be mean to people.
There's no need. You're so beautiful. You have everything going for you. You don't have to be mean to other people.
Stop threatening people while you're being recorded by a camera.
You really just don't have to.
You don't have to.
Joey and Leia really looks like, but that's truly his loss.
His loss.
He has a lot of beautiful girls there. Like, he's not losing. Y'all just weren't right for each other. Like, it's okay.
Is there any part of you that has any regret?
Do you regret bullying people?
At least she didn't mention Maria that time.
I wonder if she regrets making every minute of her time about another contestant instead of actually getting to know the Bachelor.
They showed asking her that question for a reason.
Yeah.
They did.
Because she wasted her time on this show.
She did.
Am I there yet? No. I'm not gonna tell him I'm in love with him just to get a rose.
Yeah, girl.
Yeah, Daisy! Canada.
Oh, Canada's sponsoring this.
Well, because they're... You know what I wonder? They showed the Canadian flag for just a second. I wonder if because it's like... Maybe it was accidental, but they're in Canada and maybe they have like a partnership with a Canadian production company for these Canadian episodes.
Maybe.
Like, I wonder if there's something else there.
Oh, man, flag stuff is complicated.
Yeah, flag law, man.
Flag law.
It's true. It's
much
that's
like
literally
bird
flag
law. Very
yeah.
complicated law.
Very complicated.
Now let's say you and I go toe-to-toe on bird law and see who comes out the victor.
You know, I don't think I'm going to do anything close to that.
So what do y'all think? I don't know. We talked like through that whole thing.
Oh, I know. It was a lot of talking. I cried a lot too.
Yeah, you know, I felt more emotional for him and a lot of. I think I cried for I teared up for one of the other episodes. And I felt it this one too.
Ugh.
I felt it for Joey this time though, which I was surprised by because like.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like it's a suck situation to be in. It's like this show being on either end as the Bachelor, Bachelorette, or as the contestants sucks.
Hard, really hard.
I don't know why anybody signs up for it.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I don't even know who he's gonna pick. He's got a lot of like really, really good choices. I think he and Daisy are still really good, but I don't think I respect the fact that she's not gonna just tell him she loves him for a rose. And
mad respect for that.
A lot of people are not going to feel like they know they love someone, you know, like 2 dates in, essentially.
Yeah, while they're dating another person.
Right.
Like some people are more free with that word and Daisy's, maybe that's not even it for Daisy. Maybe she just legitimately isn't having those kinds of feelings in that time, in which case she's being honest in the same way that I respected him for being honest in a couple situations there.
Right.
Like I respect her for that.
But then that's going to be hard for him because he's clearly pretty insecure about the whole process.
Yeah.
So then who knows how he responds to something like that. I can't imagine it'd be good. It could change too. It's kind of hard because every time they have more time alone together, they develop their relationship further. So now is really when it's going to start picking up.
Yeah. Well, with only 5 of them, they're getting more individual time.
Yeah.
And like you're saying, with every individual date is like a large percentage increase of the amount of time you spend alone together.
Yeah.
And that can, like you're saying, that can change a lot of things.
I'm just really glad we're past the bullying episodes.
Yeah.
Because that was
yeah.
awful. Like, I would rather sit here and cry through half the episode, but have it be because, like, we're seeing people be emotional than watch something that makes me, like, feel physically ill when I'm seeing people bullying other people.
Even this, I was nervous about it still in this episode.
Yeah. But
I don't think if Leia had made it into another episode, I would have been as nervous about it.
Yeah.
But because she chilled out a lot more on this one.
She did.
It was uncomfortable, you know.
It was bad. And now there's nobody left that is going to pull that kind of behavior.
They're all way more like, sure, they're starting to get more like, this is my relationship, what are you doing making out with other people kind of like feelings. But
it's like centered on themselves instead of centered on like, I don't like this one person. It's centered on like, I don't like seeing you with other people. This is making me uncomfortable, which is a totally fine feeling to have.
Yeah.
I just feel kind of sad.
Yeah, right? It's a little, there's kind of a low energy right now.
Yeah.
This show isn't that fun.
No.
Like, it's interesting to watch.
Yeah.
Like, we watch it, we say what we think, but I'm like, yeah, I feel kind of sad right now. Or maybe it's just the way that one ended. Maybe it's like he's sad, they're sad, we're all sad.
It was a sad episode.
Yeah, that's true.
It was a hard episode,
honestly,
for sure.
Lexi walking, that sucked.
It did suck. I really hope she's going to find someone really great, I think. Because she seems really good.
The way Jessica did, like, she wasn't my favorite at all. And, you know, there was a few problems throughout the season, but, like, it still sucks to watch.
She was also, like, she brought a level of fun.
Yeah,
that
right?
Now that she's gone,
yeah,
it's a little
so
intense. Yeah, that, I don't know, she really, like, lightened it up quite a bit.
She did.
And, yeah, it's a little bit, as a viewer, it's a little rough.
All right, well.
Okay.
Thank you for watching.
Yes, thank you.
Subscribe if you want to see more.
Yes.
You're watching the rest of the season.
Absolutely.
Which sounds like only a couple more episodes. Press the like button if you enjoyed watching this. If you made it here, you liked it. Let's just be, no, maybe you didn't. Maybe you hate it. I don't know. Whatever.
You can
Why do I
press
always say that?
dislike too.
If you made it here and you're that angry,
yeah, go ahead.
It.
Like, press dislike.
Go
it's
for
okay. You know?
And
we welcome the feedback.
Same time next week?
Yeah. We'll see you then.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Then I got it knocked, and I started going,
ridiculous.
Oh, that was a tearjerker.
Hey, we're gonna go on a cruise this summer. You should come with us.